What is going on, YouTube? Lamont at large. Today I am in Buffalo, New York, finishing up on a story that I'm doing, and I got some very breaking, disgusting news to share with you from the tubes of you. Leader of Adventures with Purpose, Leisek, has been indicted on 2 counts of child rape. You can see the documents right there. He has a court date on November 30th. This piece of filth not only raped his 9-year-old cousin when he was 17, he anally raped her as well. I want to read quickly a letter or an email from the victim. Please be aware, I had no idea until recently when I had the unfortunate chance of coming across a video of my child rapist, Leisek, my cousin. Yes, my own flesh and blood, and I wasn't his only family victim, so he has other victims too. And honestly, who knows how many others there are out there that aren't part of our family. Due to his diving group, Adventures with Purpose, this man is regarded as a hero and an angel, and he is invited into people's homes with loving arms. Welcome, loving arms. He has been through the systems, CPS, the Mormon Church, therapies, and so many more, as you'll be able to tell from his writing. But I do know for a fact that he did not start with me, and he didn't stop with me either. He at one point, like you, will read that verbally, he admitted to my mother that he had molested me. Obviously skimming over the more horrific parts, like his attempted sodomizing of her daughter directly above her, my grandfather and my grandmother's heads, by the way. And the fact that at the age of 9 or 10, he gave me a yeast infection from raping me, and I had no idea, so I had to go through the trauma of my mother and my grandmother finding white stuff in my panties and treating me horribly and questioning me and punishing me for the problem. When he told her, she started to cry, hugged him, and told him that she forgave him. She never turned him into the police. That was never... I'm going to stop reading this because this is getting disgusting. So this guy raped and sodomized a 9-year-old girl, gave her a yeast infection, and her family blamed her for the problem. And I'm going to put up some screenshots of the email from Adventures with Purpose responding to her accusations, not only admitting that he committed this crime, but that also lied and said that he was 12 years old when it happened. He was 17 driving a car. A lying piece of filth. And there was a reason why I didn't like this guy. And I got put through the ringer in the comment section of my other YouTube channel when I called him out, because I said there was just something about him I didn't really like. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know none of this. I just found this out from another YouTube channel, The Clearer or The Clearly, something along those lines. I'll put the link to his channel in the comments so you can watch, because he went more in depth with her writing him writing her back, so forth and so on. So please watch his video, because he went live about an hour ago. And this maggot didn't even apologize to her. He blames his quote unquote own past traumas for him doing that to a little girl, ruining her life. And then making her family think that she was dirty or whatever. Do you see when I talk about these crimes, when I talk about rapes that go on and how the victims feel like it's their fault, and he's perpetuating this disgusting, nasty, sick thing? And then everybody comes down on me saying, oh, you're just jealous of them because they have 3 million subscribers. I'm not jealous of anybody. I call him the way I see him, and there was something about him that I just did not like. I didn't know what it was, but I have a feeling. I had a feeling and I was right. Now, first, before I continue, I don't want anybody slamming the other guys with Adventures with Purpose, because as I know, they don't have anything to do with this. They don't have any skeletons in their closet. I don't want anybody going after that guy Doug or any other employees in that organization. Employees that a lot of times aren't paid. Volunteer, I guess is what you call it, right? And this guy is an angel, right? When I said he was no angel, everybody just came with the negative comments. You're jealous, you're nothing, you're scum, blah, blah, blah. Most of them didn't know about this channel because I posted that video on another channel. And this bastard writes the victim back that he raped, blaming other people for what he did to her, like a true narcissist does. Narcissistic piece of filth and crap is what he is. And I'm not even going to get into the money that he ripped off of investors. I'm not even going to get into that whole story. But when I read that story about him defrauding people out of money, I knew he was a scumbag then. And I said it, and people just ripped me a new one. Well, let me tell you something, YouTube. I know I say a lot of things that people disagree with, and it just is what it is. I stand by my convictions, and I stand by what I say. I don't care who thinks it's wrong. I stand by what I say, and if I make a mistake, I will always own up to it. Okay? I'm not your average YouTuber that goes out there and tries to be friends with everybody and tries to get everybody to like me. That's not how I am. I've been like that since I was 5 years old. Maybe I have a flaw mentally, but that's just what it is. That's who I am. You either love it or you don't. But for me to read this, first, man, I don't fake. When I get emotional, I get charged. I don't fake anything. I don't need to paint crocodile tears for people to say, oh, yeah, he's sad. If I'm sad, I'm sad. If I'm not, and I'm not. And right now, I'm very angry, and I'm hurt in my heart for that little girl. I'm angry, and my heart hurts. I'm at a loss for words right now. And I was going to put this on my other smaller channel, but I said, screw that. No, this is going on Lamont at Large because I want everybody to know how I feel about that son of a bitch bastard. And if the victim is watching, I know I often say sometimes when people say things like, oh, I'm sorry, and they didn't do anything wrong, but I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I'm sorry that your family looked at you like you were that because something that was done upon you that was not your fault. That was not your fault. This is a sick bastard, and he needs to spend a lot of time in prison for what he done. And I don't care how many years ago he did it. Once a pedophile, always a pedophile. You will always like little girls, Jared, because you're a sick bastard. You're a sick freak. And that's exactly what you are. And before I made that video calling out your nonsense, having your employees pretend that they're all upset during the videos, putting your camera on the families of the victims at your cars, your recovery, which, by the way, that was a good thing that Adventures with Purpose did. Don't tell me that I'm jealous because somebody, even though he was a sick bastard, that somebody's giving closure to their family. Do not frickin' tell me that I'm jealous. Because what that channel did for 24 family members is commendable, but it was done by a demon, an absolute demon. And when you put on the sappy music, and you try to invoke some kind of feelings, yeah, your editing's very good. Yeah, your editing's good. That's the only good thing about you, thief, pedophile, rapist, creep. And people are going to try to tell me on YouTube, they're going to try to tell me how I feel. That is not going to happen. I know how I feel, and right now I'm freaking angry. And I'm hurt, not because nothing was done. I'm just hurt for the little girl that it happened to. Molestation is a generational crime. It robs the victim of their trust in human beings, and it robs them of their innocence. That little girl could have ruined her life, and she could have turned into a life of crime, and I don't know how her life turned out. I hope it turned out as good as it could be, being that something sick and evil, some twisted bastard did that to her. I am truly, I don't know. There was just something about that dude I did not like. And I did the video about him on my other channel, and I got a little over 100. I did a couple videos. One got about 100,000 views, and 99.8% were negative against me, right? And that's fine. I take it how I take it. You know what I mean? I take it the way I take it. Now, I'm not trying to say like, aha, see, I told you so. Because at the end of the day, a little girl was raped, and I don't want to turn it into that. But let me tell you something, just like the EDP thing, when I see him, I see him. And I didn't know what it was about him. I had absolutely no idea. But part of me is that I'm surprised, but part of me is that I'm not surprised. Because demons like that, sick bastards like that, they come in all shapes and sizes, colors, races, ages, ethnicities, genders, religious groups. And like I said, the crime of rape, the crime of molestation is a multi-generational crime. It does not only just affect the victim, but it also affects the victim's family forever. As long as they're alive, they will always remember that horrific thing that happened to them. And that girl, that victim, who is now a young woman, has to carry that to her grave because this bastard couldn't keep his pedophile hands to himself. And I'm simply just sorry for what happened. Now, the pedophile has a court date November 30th in Utah. I wonder how many people's gonna show up to his court date to ask him, why do you like raping 9-year-old little girls? What other victims are out there? What are the names of your victims, Jared? The least of your worries right now is your YouTube channel disappearing, because right now, I'm pretty sure your channel's gonna be deleted. There ain't gonna be any more Adventures with Purpose, and that ain't fair to all the other guys who made that channel, who helped you become the angel that people thought you were, when in actuality, you're a sexual perverted rapist. And don't forget, all of your little friends that went on my channel, like, I'm not gonna mention their stupid YouTube channel names because I don't care who they are, because they ain't nothing. All they are is copycats of you. Calling me out, oh, you're just jealous? You know I'm talking to you, buddy. I'm not gonna say your YouTube channel name. You don't need any subscribers off of me. Go get your own. Yeah, ain't nobody jealous of a pedophile. I'll tell you that right now. So you guys better go watch whatever videos there is left of them, because I believe his channel's gonna get terminated. He's done. He ain't never gonna show his face in public ever again. He's probably hiding in some hotel, doing a bunch of drugs and having panic attacks right now, like the coward that he is. And for all of you that think that the possibility of him being innocent, hey, go watch that channel. Jared from Adventures with Purpose email admits to his crime, but doesn't necessarily apologize. He blames other people. He needs to blame himself, because you're a sick punk. And don't worry about trying to sue me for slander coming after me, buddy. I seen your emails, emailing the little girl that you raped. I seen them. I read them. You're a sick pervert. I speak the truth, and sometimes people don't agree, and that's fine. But this time, he needs to be aired out. And all of you guys that supported him, hey, I'm not knocking you guys because he didn't know that he was a pervert, and neither did I. But we all know now, don't we? So, lasting words to the pedophile creep, enjoy your little fame, because Fox News is going to be putting you on blast, because Fox News was already calling you out. They were already calling you out, so they're going to be jumping on this. Yeah, your YouTube channel will be terminated. You're done. That channel is gone. And if it were up to me, I wouldn't delete the channel. I would just give it to the other guy, the guy with the beard, Doug. I would just give it to him and let him handle it. He deserves it. He deserves that channel. He's put in a lot of hard work. And so have your employees working for you that you barely pay. The only reason why you were looking for college kids is so you didn't have to pay them. And then when I called you out on that, everybody's like, oh, no, you're jealous. They pay their employees. Oh, really? Yeah, well, there's some people on YouTube that say otherwise. All right, guys, I ranted enough. Say goodbye to Adventures with Purpose, because they're done. And they're done because Jared Leisek is a POS. I'm still not going to cuss on this channel, but we all know what POS means. And if YouTube, the people at YouTube, if they could prevent that channel from being terminated and then somehow legally put it in somebody else's name, I think they should do that. I think Adventures with Purpose, they do a great thing, and they brought closure to a lot of families, and I'm not knocking them. That wasn't what I was knocking about them. I was knocking the other stuff. And I'm sure people knock me too. Oh, you go to graves, you stand on graves, you trample on graves. If you don't like it, don't watch the channel. Because I've been walking in cemeteries since I was 9 years old, 10 years old. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me about respect. Because I might be a harsh person. I might be rough around the edges, and I might be crude and rude sometimes. I might even say jokes that people find very offensive. But I tell you what I don't do. I don't hurt people. And the only times I've ever fought in my life, I was defending myself. I never have ever attacked anybody. You could call it whatever you want. If I attacked people on YouTube verbally, no, I got an opinion, and I'd let people know. And this ain't the channel for that. But sometimes, in cases like this, it sure the hell is. Is it not? We all have a right to our opinion. We all have a right to free speech. Okay? And as long as you're not going around with your speech yelling fire at a crowded movie theater, if you're not going out there hating people, bullying people, belittling people, there's a difference between having an opinion about somebody and just bullying them to the point where they do something stupid to themselves. I don't do that. When I critique people, I give just about enough. Where I'm like, hey, yeah, maybe that dress doesn't look too good on you. Maybe that hairstyle looks dumb. Hey, I'm bald. I don't have any hair. I lost it. I lost it when I was young. Who am I to talk anything about anybody's hairstyle? But hey, I have an opinion. And my opinion is that Jared, just like the other Jared, two Jareds, pedophiles. I'll see you on the next video, guys. Be good, y'all. Peace out.